Okay, guys and girls, welcome back to FTRL. We are here for week number 3 of season 12 of our career mode here in GT Sport. For the first time in about a year or so, I'm joined by Pagani for an evening of commentary. So prepare yourselves, everybody. Hello, Pagani.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
It's been a while. I think since the season I missed in F1 and we did F1 comms together. I think that's the last time we were. So yeah, it's been a while.
It certainly has, mate. It certainly has. Well, it's been a roller coaster of a season so far. Obviously, we had the go-karts week 1. We had the completely different time trials in week 2. So it's all very, very different. 13 cars on the grid tonight out of a possible 14. So pretty good going as Lee's decided to go extremely wide.
Yeah, I've gone on board and there's about 7 cars off track currently, which is good.
Yeah, always good, always good. So tonight we have the Mazda Roadster touring cars, which is probably, well, it's going to now be, the slowest cars we have left for this season, I'd say.
I'd say they might even be slower than the go-kart. They are not very quick in a line, but have superb grip.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to drive. I mean, they're very, very easy to drive. So, as Lee's... Yeah, okay.
I was on board with Lee just as you said that.
Yeah, cheers, Lee.
Oh,
yeah.
Lee.
Okay, well, for what I thought, they were quite easy to drive, but Lee's proven very much otherwise. But yeah, so the idea of this evening is 5 races, again, like we had in week 1 for the go-karts, 10 laps of each, and then for race 1, which is at Brands Hatch GP circuit, we have got an 8-minute qualifying session. So at the end of every single race as well, the start of the next race will be reverse grids. So whoever finishes first in race 1 will start last in race 2, and that'll be the theme for the rest of the evening. So what do we think about the grid tonight, Pagani? Obviously I know we've got T Smith in here, but it's a lot of how can I put this? I think out of the 2 grids, in the politest way, this might be the more aggressive one that we see this evening.
Everyone's off on the back sector.
What? Right, I mean, Slipstream is on strong, but how are they getting it this wrong? That's my concern.
Zoman unsafe for side by side, and Steph tried to follow, and unfortunately, all 3 of them ended up in the gravel.
Oh, yeah.
Chubbs is having a half-time team talk with himself. I think there's going to be some unusual winners tonight. I mean, yes, T Smith is here, but I have told everybody in the lobby to ram him off track. So,
that's good.
In theory, we should have a new winner tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he's set the pace at the minute, 35.2. I imagine he will be there or thereabouts for pole and whatnot. But as we've seen from SPY with a 34.8, happy days. In his
Team contingent.
Very much. He's in his Oompa Loompa Milker car, which I'm a big fan of. But yeah, I mean, out of the 2 lobbies that we've got this week, this is probably the more aggressive lobby, I would say.
We'll say the more likely to go for a gap.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the drivers are more aggressive. I think it's just a case of a little bit less experienced, but
you should be very polite. They're just ambitious as fuck. Yeah, no, it should be a good watch. I mean, the thing is, we've got some really good drivers in here. I mean, SPY, T Smith, Rom, Flicks. Unsafe, Darkbolt. These are all race winners and championship winners and whatever else as well.
I like how all the way through that, all these good drivers, and he didn't mention Lee. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I literally just flipped through as I was going. But no, I mean, SPY is setting the pace at the minute. Pete's coming with, I need at least one contact, which is it's almost like your tagline, I think.
Well, I mean, Zach, aka Drop Zone 2, aka Switchback, is in the lobby, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I have also instructed Team Pagani's ponies to put Switchback in the pit lane tonight at some point, so, you know. I'm not trying to say that we're an aggressive team, but I have said that there's 20 extra bonus points up for it, so, you know. Oh, City Posture's not like the hashtag Team Aaron Johnson shirt.
I mean, it's a movement at the end of the day. People need to get behind it. is a movement. Bread is your daddy. He's purple in sector 1, but do you recognise that car he's driving, Pagani?
I do indeed. I believe it might be very similar to the one you're running tomorrow.
Hmm. It is indeed. Big fan of.
It's definitely
big fan.
purple.
Right, there's a lot of people struggling here tonight, Pagani. I didn't think this was going to be the case at all.
There is indeed. I mean, Zom is doing a practice start on the penultimate corner.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Everyone else is trying to get slipstream, but no, Zom is.
It annoys me.
Old school.
Zom's car annoys me because although he's done it so well to make that look rusty and dirty and whatever else, I just want to clean it, and it's annoying me. It really does annoy me because it looks brilliant. Don't get me wrong; like he's smashed that to make it look like that, but it annoys me. I want to clean it, which is a first because when I'm at home, I don't ever want to clean anything. So
there's people vying for slipstream on the back straight.
Well, as long as SPY is in the clear, then I'm happy. Brother's Daddy closely following behind, part of Team Aaron Net. SPY's got a reasonably nice toe from unsafe to the line as well. I think SPY is.
He did lift that lap, so I think he's about to start a fresh lap. So.
I think he's trying to tow Bread round, to be honest. But I mean, let's bring up. So the races tonight, we've got Brands Hatch GP. As we can see now, we've got Autopolis Short, which is always a bit of an odd one. However, it's so easy to drive that track in these cars. Then you've got Laguna Seca, which is one of the best tracks in the world, in my opinion. Then we've got Goodwood, which again, everyone hates pretty much. And then we finish off at Dragon Trail Gardens, which is a track that I really don't like. So, yeah. I'm going to enjoy doing commentary with you, but I'm going to hate looking at the tracks that we're commentating on pretty much.
There are tracks that aren't favourable to a lot of people, however, in these cars, they do become very easy. So, you've just got to realise how much different the braking zones are in slipstream, which it can be quite aggressive, the change.
Yeah.
Between 100 and 150 metres, you sometimes have to brake different. So, Donzo and Lee have made contact on their fast lap, so yeah.
Nice.
Great teamwork.
Kamikaze team. Well, looking at the table at the moment, it's FTRL Peatman who actually leads the way on 110 points, so well done to you, Pete. And then we've got in second place, well, joint second is T. Smith, who's racing tonight in City Posh Blue, and then it is myself and you, Pagani, afterwards. And then we've got Dart Bowl Flicks, then switch back up in 9th, Donzo in 10th, SPY there, British Daddy, Captain Chubb. So there's quite a lot of the guys that are on really close points racing this evening.
It looks like SPY is going to stay top of the table as T. Smith comes round and stays 4th.
Ooh. He's not going to be happy bunny, SPY with the extra point. Just so we're clear as well, it's going to be 14 points for first, 13 points for second, and so on and so on and so on, all the way down to, well, there isn't a P14, so there's going to be a guaranteed 2 points for whoever finishes last per race. So you're going to walk home with a minimum 10 points this evening. But as we get ready for race one.
Saying that everyone in this lobby is faster than him, so I mean they'll be hoping to bring up 2 points in every race, but I have faith in Zom, so...
Wish I could say the same about Mike, but... Right, we are getting ready for...
lobby though, so you can give him a push.
Oh no, I need to. Right, we're getting ready for Lights Out of race one at Brands Hatch, where I know I've said this a million times before, but I used to work here, if you didn't know that already.
I did know that.
You did know that. I mean, you've known me for a long time now, but we are lights out and away we go. SPY's had a good start. Dartbolt's tucked behind, heading down in towards turn one. Now you want to
Team Aaron are topping and tailing the grid currently.
No, they really are.
Front and one down the back.
Nobody's off at the moment. Dartbolt sent out the inside of Druids. Dartbolt doing Dartbolt things. SPY and Donzo going side by side into turn two. T. Smith with unsafe up the inside. T. Smith's going to be moaning already, I'm sure.
I'm not going to try and do a Brummie accent because that will get the stream taken down.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can only do Brummie accents if I swear, so I'm probably not going to do that this evening. But it's a fairly clean getaway so far. I can't see anything. Steph's had a bit of a wobble. City Posh shouting, great move, Dartbolt. I've just seen Switchback has got the Heinz baked beans livery,
Yes.
which is that's quite cool. To be fair, it's probably the best thing Zach's ever done.
Oh, SBY is retaliated on Darkbolt. Back up the inside, but
Yeah, good
Darkbolt
lad.
with the switchback.
Got to be careful of Donzo.
Oh, Donzo followed him through. Donzo and SBY, very good mates, usually teammates, but not this season.
Oh, I've seen a penalty, and that is for T. Smith as well. So his head's gone already with Lee right behind him.
I mean, I can say that T. Smith only wins illegitimate races by getting penalties, so... You know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. Just if everybody watching the stream, is the sound quality and stuff all alright? Please let us know.
Yeah, we only want to swear at you in perfect clarity.
Oh yes, of course. Well, at the end of lap 1, it's a little pack of 4 that have broken away. T. Smith a little bit on his own. Bit of gap in between. Unsafe Release trying to go around the outside, which is never a good idea. He's going to lose a lot of time to T. Smith up towards Druids.
Oh, Darkbolt trying the outside.
Yeah, can he make it stick? Donzo. No, I mean, lay him back on Donzo. No.
I mean, currently there's 1.8 seconds down to wait. Like, this grid is nice and compact.
It really is. This is going to be the theme of the evening as well, I think, tonight. As long as there's not too much contact, it should make for quite good viewing, really. Obviously, we want to see a little bit of contact here and there, because then we can all shout and you can do your famous tagline, Pagani. City Posh, Aaron, if you could mute yourself and let Pagani do the whole commentary, that would be great. It's fine. It's alright. I'll get you back. No problem.
Well, in the battle for 5th and 6th, we do have Lee right behind T. Smith, and these two have raced each other for the last 5 or 6 seasons. So they know how each other works, and Lee does tend to be a bastard if you have to try and overtake him at any point. So, yeah.
Right. Pete's saying that the game sounds a bit quiet. I don't think I can alter that during the race. I've just messed around with my audio mix, and maybe that's made a difference. If it hasn't, let me know and I'll turn up the game sound afterwards, because I have it fairly quiet because GT blows your brains out. But coming towards the end of lap number 2, and it's still those two at the front, Darkbolt and SPY. SPY is going to go to the outside as Darkbolt covers him off. It's I think patience is very, very key in these cars, Pagani. For this week, you don't really want to be making your moves until the end of the race, because slipstream being so strong, being so strong, it's not going to make a difference.
I think as long as you don't lose the slipstream, I think as long as you're in touch, like sort of 5th, 6th, like as long as you're there, like 2 or 3 laps to go, you've still got a massive chance to get on the podium. So.
I think if you're in this position at the moment, if you're sort of unsafe, or T. Smith and that sort of group there, you're still in with a pretty good chance, but you need to really plan your moves. You don't want to do it too early, because you'll leave yourself vulnerable at the end. You don't want to do it too late, obvious reasons. But T. Smith now starting to make a little bit of a move towards the front pack, as Lee's defending from Prototype Steph and Rom.
But when does Lee not defend? Like, I mean, I've seen Lee try and defend the position from his cats in his house, so...
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. But unusual to see Rom down in it. Oh, Steph's off! Sheen curve.
Was it contact, or...?
I didn't see any, but he did make the gravel, so that's dropped him all the way at the back, unfortunately.
Yeah. But that's the only thing in it tonight. The slipstream being so strong, like we've mentioned, it's for those that are watching it that don't fully understand. There's a setting on the game where you can turn obviously the slipstream up, and we've got it on the highest possible setting to make sure the races stay pretty close. We tried it with normal, and it was pretty much impossible to overtake unless you kind of did it into a corner, etc. So it just keeps everybody closer, but you can mess up your braking points as Donzo sends it up the inside of SPY with that's almost a perfect switchback if he makes that stick. No, he's got it done.
The battle pack at the front is now 5 cars. T. Smith is definitely there, and Lee and Rom are not too far away.
No, but to be honest with you, there is only, well, I mean, I know Steph's had a wiggle now, but from British Daddy in 12th to 1st, there's only a gap of about 6 seconds. So it's slowly starting to spread out.
Also, I saw a car with his headlights up, and yeah, immediately it was Zach. He has this habit of just flashing his headlights randomly at everybody in the corner.
Who's this, T. Smith?
No switchback.
No, T Smith started flashing his headlights at unsafe, just then going down the straight. So I'm not quite sure what's happened, but quite a lot of nice liveries on the track this evening, Pagani.
I was going to say, it was a 5-car battle, it's now an 8-car battle.
Yeah. Well, Dark Bulb still leads the way. We're approaching the halfway point.
Oh, Zom's run wide, it's allowed bread through.
Now, Switchback he needs to put his foot down a bit here, Switchback. He doesn't want to fall off the back of Flicks. At the moment he's okay, but there's not that much time in this lap to really have a good run of slipstream, so he needs to really have a good couple of laps. Oh, Captain Chubbs is completely drifted around turn 1.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say that Granny's Pony endorse having fun over championship position, but we'll go with it. Like,
yeah,
you know,
roll with it for now. Well, I'm going to pick as my battle to watch for the remainder of this race between Unsafe and T Smith, as I feel
there was a look. Ron did look at Lee behind, and it's allowed Flicks to have a run up the straight. However, with everybody else in slipstream, it is very difficult to get slipstream on the car in front. So
there goes T Smith to the inside. Oh, Unsafe turns across him. Not as ideal. Donzo's off. He should be able to rejoin fairly safely. The hardest part about going off there is being able to rejoin safely for the next corner, because it's quite a fast little complex.
Oh, Unsafe and Donzo, they're still side by side at the Sheen curve.
Yeah.
No, but T Smith's up there. T Smith and Donzo, there's contact.
Oh.
T Smith's off wide. Lee's through.
Donzo's got to allow a little bit more room to those he's battling if they once they go around corners.
Oh, Lee and Donzo, these two are teammates.
Yeah, well, Lee's come out of nowhere.
He's round the outside. It's the first time I've seen Lee do an overtake. Right,
Yeah, well,
he's just defending all this.
Halfway through race 1, and it's still SPY and Darkbolt that lead the way.
Side by side through turn 1. It's not easy to go side by side through turn 1.
And here comes Unsafe.
Oh, Unsafe tonight powered by boobs. I mean,
yeah,
that's just the side of his car, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Each to their own.
Very close battle this. So I've just really been focusing on the front because it's where everything's happening, really. Captain Chubbs, I mean, Zonmar and Prototype Steph are battling down for P11. Brent's Daddy's had a bit of a moment.
I just looked down, it looks like Bread might have had a moment somewhere. But yeah, Steph is fighting Zom. I mean, it is unfortunate.
Look at the size of this train for P1. This is crazy from 1st to 9th. So Switchback has responded.
Well, I mean,
and it has closed up. So anybody in this little pack here is capable of winning this race, barring any mistakes. And don't write off Captain Chubb, just staying with the pack, just biding his time.
I mean, Lee is probably a driver that drives with his head more than anything else. So yeah, he won't tend to go for a move if it's definitely not on, and he hasn't won a race for a long time.
No.
Lee. So.
Well, I'm predicting, I don't know about you, Pagani, but I'm predicting a little bit of drama in the final couple of laps as people start to set themselves up. So, although it's all very close and very compact at this point, I feel like it's going to get a little bit more erratic towards the end of each. Oh. One thing I'm noticing in this lobby tonight is people aren't necessarily gifting all the space in the world when they go side by side into a corner, sort of turning across each other there, as we're seeing.
I mean, it's okay to do, but I mean, you've got to anticipate that the other people you're racing will do the same back.
Will do the same back, yeah.
And that's when incidents happen. So
it's just so close. Look how close T Smith is to Lee.
To hurry up.
Yeah, pushing Lee around the corner. The thing is, even from this position here, you still can't write off T Smith. I don't think every single race he's in this position, you can never write him off, can you?
I think any race T Smith enters, you can't write him off unless it's on F1. Like,
yeah,
he sort of defines the word consistency. He's always up there. Like, I mean, hands up. Like, he beat me in the same car.
Oh, Unsafe run wide. My apologies, Pagani, but Unsafe has run wide and he's dropped himself down to 10th from messing up one corner.
So in the background, Donzo's picked up a half-second penalty. I mean, they do sort of fade themselves away around here, but...
Yeah, T. Smith's got himself one as well.
Oh, Unsafe's wide again.
Oh, his head's gone. Yeah, his head's gone. It's really important to try and keep your head if something goes wrong. As we're approaching the end of lap 7, 3 laps to go, this is where we're going to start seeing some moves made. Dartbolt pushing SPY down the start and finish straight.
I have done some practice races. I do know that you can race from P2 and beat P1 to the line from the last corner with slipstream. So
I imagine we'll see a bit of that. Oh, SPY have a switchback. He set that up nicely. Can Dartbolt hold it?
He just doesn't have the power to get back to finish that switchback on the exit. However, the man named Switchback is now in 6th and
yeah, he's doing well.
Slowly bringing his way back into this.
However, he's got a bottle in him, as Zach, so I'm sure we'll see that at some point this evening. Hopefully not from here, but...
T. Smith and Rom side by side, former teammates. I nearly said former lovers, but that sounds wrong, so I'm not going to say that.
To be fair, they're not former lovers, they are still lovers. I can confirm.
But T. Smith's trying to get rid of that penalty a little bit.
I think it's important in these races as well, though, if you think about it logically. For the sake of how many points are on offer throughout the season, you would rather lose 1 or 2 places and finish like you did in week 1, like 4th or 5th every race, than try and overcommit just to gain an extra point and end up losing 4 or 5 as a result.
Oh, someone's wide. Is that Donzo?
Oh, Captain Chubbs, is that?
Oh,
yeah, Captain Chubbs has run wide at Shin Curve, caught the grass and spun off, and he's now at risk from... It was at risk from Steph, but Steph's now in the gravel at Shin Curve. And British Daddy's deciding nobody's going to interrupt his day and he's going to drive around on his own.
Well, up front, SPY is pushing Darkwater across the line as we start lap 9 of 10.
Yeah, as always, me and Pagani streaming the race on any platform is never going to be the most serious. So we apologise in advance for anything that may happen this evening. Who's your money on, Pagani? Please let us know in the stream chat as well. Who's your money on for this race here?
That's difficult. I mean, it's hard to look past SPY and Darkwater. They do first and second most of this race. But I'm going to tip Lee and hope the commentator's curse comes into play.
Yeah, I'm really unsure. I'm going to tip SPY just because he's part of my team here, but yeah, I keep looking at Lee and thinking, what an ugly bastard. No, I know. I'm sorry. I keep looking at Lee and thinking, this is him. This is his race. But
I mean, you got T. Smith.
You can't write off T. Smith, can you? And you can't. To be fair, you can't write off any of them other than Switchback. He definitely won't win this race.
I mean, I'd say out of the top 5, I'd say Rom is probably the most beautiful out of the top 5. SPY, he's dipped the wheel and dropped back down to 5th out of that park. I mean, can he not take the hashtag Team Aaron pressure? Is that what's happening?
Well, I do demand a lot from my drivers.
I demand that my drivers finish the race. That's about it.
Well, onto the final lap we go. At this point, Pagani, they're both going to finish, so happy days. So Dartbolt is still your leader. If anybody deserves to win it, it is Dartbolt. He's been brilliant in his first race, to be fair to him. Lee's going to have a look. Ron with a send.
Hashtag Belgian chocolate.
Yeah, Lee's not going to be happy. Lee's going to retaliate. 100%. 100% Lee's going to retaliate.
Oh, he's cut the corner though. That might be a penalty.
It might well be a penalty. It is a penalty.
It is a penalty.
Everyone's going to start pushing. Dartbolt does have a nice little gap as well, Pagani. And this isn't...
Dartbolt's running away.
Yeah. He is off.
See, this is what happens. Like, you get 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th all battling together. Like, someone needs to work together to push forward to get to the back of Dartbolt. Otherwise, he's going to lead this race uncontested. Yeah,
T. Smith's going to be screaming inside that car at the minute, I think. Just for a way past if he can.
He's probably swearing at Switchback.
We're definitely going to see 1 or 2. Oh, Lee. There he goes.
Lee's off. Oh, wait. Oh! Did he catch it? He's back on the grass. He is still going in the forward line.
T. Smith and SPY still going at it. Switchback as well. Rom's had a big push on Dartbolt. Lee's head's gone. SPY's run wide. T Smith's run wide. It's heading down towards the final corner.
Rob's going to get slipstream. Can he time it right?
Needs to get the final corner right as well. Oh, this is going to be close. But Dartbolt to the line for victory in race number 1. Rom to the outside. Who's going to make it? It's Dartbolt. Yeah.
2,000th of a second.
Nicely done from Dartbolt. Rom comes home in P2, SPY in P3, T Smith in P4, Switchback. To be fair to Switchback, it's a really good drive from him in the end. P5, Unsafe in P6, Flicks in 7th, Lee and Donzo 8th and 9th after he was looking so promising for them at the start.
Red and Steph are fighting for 11th.
Oh, Bridge run wide.
Got a good run. He's got the inside.
Steph's going to have this, I think.
Red with the last bit of slipstream.
Yeah. Yeah, Zon comes home in P10, Prototype Steph in P11, British Daddy in 12th, and Captain Chubbs just coming home in his own way.
Make the line eventually.
He'll do it in his own way. And there we go. Nicely done. Brilliant first race, Pagani.
It was indeed. Just for reference, Pagani's ponies will now be on pole position for the next race, so you know, swings and roundabouts.
All top of list short.
Well, we might be on pole position for the next race after that too, but you know, swings and roundabouts.
Well, there we go. 1 down, 4 to go. Hopefully they're all as thrilling as that one.
I mean, obviously we have our teams in this current career mode that we're doing, and Lee is a team captain, and there has been an attempt to try and rebel and someone else take captaincy of that team, and I happen to know it was Lennon. It happened before week 1, and he's already calling out Lee in the chat, so yeah.
That's always good. I mean, if ever there was going to be somebody who would be the worst possible team captain on any platform, it's going to be Lennon. Lennon is the most... I don't even know how you say it. Lennon is the most least bothered driver out of everybody on every single platform. Don't be wrong, lovely lad, love him to pieces, but yeah, utterly... Yeah, I'm surprised but he probably doesn't even know what track has just happened then. That's what I'm going to say. Right, sound volume.
A certain Nürburgring GP race where we were all in a party and someone said, "Oh, who's that at the back?" And just a little voice in the back of the party, "It's me, Lennon!" Like,
yeah.
Okay, Lennon.
Okay, right, I've just turned up the game sound as well, ever so slightly, so please let me know if that's all okay. Or did it fix it when I messed around with it before? Please let us know. And keep your comments coming in. Make sure you like the stream as well for us.
I am that good of a commentator that I accidentally just plugged my mic, so I do apologise.
That's fine, I did wonder. I thought you just started eating it.
I'm not Tom.
What I do also need to do is something extremely professional, and that's put the Arsenal game on. Just in the background. Just in the background.
So when we hear you crying, we know that...
Yeah, if I just start hissing it down the microphone, and we all know why. So as we prepare for race 2, there shouldn't be that much of a long turnaround in between these races, but race 2 of 5, or top of list short. What's your thoughts about this place, Pagani? It's not everybody's favourite, we can certainly say that much.
I detest this place with a passion, however I have won round here before, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah. I had one of the comeback drives of my bloody career around here, didn't I?
You did, as Zach took us both out and killed my championship contentions that season.
That he did.
But yeah, I also missed my breaking point at turn 1 in the touring car season around here, which I can attest. The gravel trap at turn 1 is very deep and slows you down quite well. So if anyone gets in that tonight, it might be end of the day. Unsafe says there was some lag in that first race. I didn't see any from my end, but
well, as we're preparing for race number 2.
Of course, I do apologise. I'm doing the extremely professional thing of breaking some chocolate.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. I'm with you on that one. So it's going to be Captain Chubbs, followed by British Daddy, lining up alongside on the front row, and we are lights out. Away we go.
expect to see those teams on pole position tomorrow. Like, what we tend to end up on.
Who's that blue flag and Mike? And towards turn 1, the very, very tricky turn 1. Is anybody going to run wide? It seems pretty clean so far. Not too much contact. Well done, everybody. Look at that. Now, this is quite a tricky track. This first set, well, the first half of the track in particular is pretty tricky.
I did watch a practice race and saw Zom try and make it 4 wide at turn 1 round here. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. Because, yeah, 4 wide doesn't work. So
no,
Red
I can't.
Makes a move for race lead.
Yeah, they're running sort of nearly 4 wide around there. Yep, nicely done. Now this long left-hander here is normally one of the trickiest corners on the game, I think. But with in these cars, you can just take it flat, and it's so nice to be able to do that for once. But the unfortunate thing for the guys at the front, sorry Pagani, the unfortunate things for the guys at the front is that the start-finish straight is so long around here that you are going to be extremely vulnerable, especially if you get a poor run like Bred has done there at the final corner. In towards turn 1.
In the background. Well, it turns out Zach really doesn't like this place, and he's already dropped back down to the back of the grid. So
yeah. Well, at least everybody's still together though. Oh, this is not going to be good. This is not good. Someone's going to go off. There we go. Who's that? Zom? Yeah.
The exact same gravel trap I saw him in the practice race. Zom!
Donzo is your leader at the moment. Brad is your daddy, holding up the rest of the train in P2. Not too many big movers at the moment. As Flicks, who I'm expecting to have a good run of races tonight as well, is there. T. Smith is slowly creeping up. He's in P6 now. Got to navigate his way past Steph.
I just thought I'd have a flick through, just see who's done any practice, and Flicks has done 500 miles in this MX-5, so yeah.
He certainly enjoys himself, doesn't he, Flicks? I think he's been one of the best additions to FTRL for a long time. Lovely lad, never causes any trouble, one of the cleanest drivers on track as well, and brilliantly fast, so really pleased he's here. Oh, that last corner gets very compact, doesn't it?
Yeah, it tightens on exit as well, which you think you can get on the throttle a lot earlier than what you actually can, so you just get yourself into trouble.
Absolutely.
However, Dark Ball, currently in P10, has just his fastest lap, so our race winner from race 1 is trying to make his way through.
Yeah, Donzo is running away at the moment. Chubbs has run wide. T. Smith sent it down the inside. Oh. Lovely instinctive move from T. Smith there, to be fair to him.
Takes no prisoners.
Lap 3 already, so we're powering through. Like I said, you're not going to... Well, in some areas I won't flick the screen too much because you can pretty much see everything on one screen most of the time. So I'll just try and find a good place in the pack and we'll be able to see exactly what's going on. So
see everything in this race except for Zom, who it took 12 seconds for him to get out of that gravel trap. So yeah.
Not having the best of times, but T. Smith already up to 3rd. I think he means business now. And you would expect him to go on and make light work of the of Captain Chubbs in front, just simply because of the lack of experience Chubbs has got in the game. However, going well at the moment. He runs a little bit wide at the final corner, so T. Smith's going to have a nice run.
For a reference, I think T. Smith finished 4th in that one, so he's just there, just picking up points, just doing what champions do.
Yes, it does, and he just goes purple as well. Fastest lap of the race. Can he get a run on Chubbs down in towards turn 1? He's got about 2 tenths to make up, but Chubbs definitely has a nice run on Donzo as well, which is going to save him at this point. Doesn't want to overshoot the first corner, which he doesn't do. Anybody off? Oh, Lee's off. Yeah, Lee's. Oh, and he tried to save that as well and got it horribly wrong. Brett is your daddy said, I think there has. Brett has waited. Fair play to him as well. They're slowly dropping.
Don't look at Tom.
Well,
he's not back in the gravel trap at turn 1.
It's funny, he was just on the track at that point, so.
It's fine. Oh, T. Smith is trying to get past Chubbs at, yeah, like you said, probably the most difficult corner, especially in a Group 3 car.
I think T. Smith's going to be he's going to be conscious of who he's got behind him as well. He's obviously got his teammate, which he'll be pleased about. However, he's got Rom and Dartbolt behind, who are both more than capable of putting in a good performance. Oh, Chubbs and Flicks a little bit of contact coming to the final corner, but T Smith has 0.3 of a second to Donzo, who's going to be the only driver in this train to not have slipstream. So I imagine we're going to see a change for the lead, and we're going to see it pretty quickly. If the camera would be so kind as to change, as Donzo's not really giving T.
Oh, contact in a straight line. Oh,
that's interesting.
I do believe, Donzo's been given a 4-second penalty.
Yeah, that was just a very weird. Okay, fair enough. Not so sure what was going on there, but I mean, have to give room on straights regardless. I'm not really sure what was going on.
I don't know what it was. I think Donzo was trying to squeeze T Smith to the inside, and being alongside T Smith, I know he does let it come back across. I think they just met in the middle. However,
T Smith is now off.
T Smith off the circuit, so yeah, maybe there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on.
A little bit of bad blood possibly being shed.
But yeah, that now 3.6 second penalty will not. Flicks has also got a 3-second penalty, so yeah, penalties are mounting up. Sneakily up front, we now got Darkbolt and Rom again. So
this could potentially be a bit of a theme for the evening. This.
Though Rom is weaving, which is a no.
Absolutely not. I mean, he can change his line once, but
change your line and then make your line for the next corner's braking zone, and that's it. So Donzo making it 3 wide when there was not the most amount of room, but
yeah, Donzo's going to go deep there, and he's going to end up being sucked into the gravel, and he's now going to rejoin back down in P9, and unsafe goes through as well. So Donzo's down in 10th.
Oh well,
and they're 3 wide.
Lost. He's now got in the pits.
He wants to keep going though. There's a couple of points, otherwise if he stays in there he's not really going to. Oh, Rom's going to run deep as well. It's getting very, very clustered in front.
Well, your man SBY is up to P2.
He certainly is.
He's given this a fighting chance tonight. Oh, Donzo is off track again. Maybe lost his head just a little bit in this race. Needs to get it calm, get himself back under control.
And crucially, I think he's lost a bit of the slipstream to the guys ahead as well. Switch back doing what he did in the last. Oh my god. Flicks and Steph and T Smith and everybody.
Yeah. I would say 4 wide at the last corner does not work, boys. However, is that Chubbs with a 2.5 second penalty? No. Who is it? Someone has a 2.5 second penalty. It's Flicks still. So yeah.
They're going to run 4 wide into turn 1 again. But I think what we need to see in this situation, I mean, obviously we put the slipstream on strong to keep the races close. There's inevitably going to be some bumping, but we need to see a lot more respect from the drivers on track, because at the moment it's not really providing the.
I think we need to see calmer heads prevail. I think it's just a little bit. Some people not quite being used to the front are just getting. Oh, I mean the front and just getting that little bit of fidgety, and yeah. I mean incidents happen, but yeah. Maybe drop one message in after the race. Just get people to chill, calm down. Maybe have a 30-second break. But up front we have the 1-2, and I mean SPY was in 1-2 for a lot of the first race, so yeah.
Normal service resumed.
So, with Team Deadbolt 4th and 5th.
Yeah. Captain Chubb still going well. P6 is not losing the pack as we're approaching the final 3 laps yet again.
I say these races are flying by tonight.
They really are. Yeah, we like you quite rightly said there, Pagani. We just need to see some calmer heads, because we're getting people run off track and closing space. You need to be conscious of those around you. I know it's hard with the amount of cars on your radar, but yeah, pick your line, stick to it.
But yeah, we've got 9 cars for the lead at the moment.
I think we should remember to save this race afterwards, Pagani.
Yeah, it's probably in the best interest.
Oh yeah, T. Smith is now found himself in a nice little calm P3 in between Rom and Dartbolt, who are scrapping once again for the race win, or race lead at this point, should I say. SPY is there with T. Smith as well, but I think we're going to see too much. T. Smith runs a little bit deep.
I was T. Smith's just where he wants to be. I don't think he's too bothered about winning every race tonight. I think he just wants to pick up some nice points throughout the night. Yeah, I mean, just starting the penultimate lap and we've still got 9 cars in the slipstream battle for the race lead, so... Certainly
so. Well, I was just seeing if Ron was going to go for a move on Dartbolt in towards turn 1. Decides against it again. Yeah, we have a huge FTRL train at this point. Is the top 9. Donzo is slowly rejoining the back of it as well.
I do believe at that distance Donzo will still be in slipstream, but
yeah,
just in case if everyone else in front is still in slipstream, so he has to make the speed through the corners.
Well, Dartbolt showing what needs to be done. All Flicks runs wide, Unsafe goes through.
And we've seen from Flicks like the last season, he knows how to race, he knows how to win races, so yeah, I expect to see him up the front tonight.
Yep, certainly so. Well, Dartbolt and Rom. Rom going to try the outside, going around towards the final corner, tries to cut back as they come around to prepare themselves for the final lap of the race once again. Now the top 4 do have a little bit of a gap. Switchback is in P5, he's going well again. He does have a little train behind him. I think at this point he's going to be more conscious about what's behind him than what's in front. Rom switching lanes all over the place.
Side by side, T. Smith's coming.
T. Smith towards the inside, they're going to go 3 wide in towards turn 1.
Dartbolt breaks latest, gets the car stopped.
Gets the job done. Oh, switch back in the gravel. Just about managing to hold on from Unsafe behind. Dartbolt goes over to cover Rom. T. Smith's had a good run.
Clip the grass in the background.
Oh, they're like 3 or 4 wide.
4 wide.
Donzo's come in as well.
Oh, Unsafe sideways through the apex. What we got up front? Rom trying to get down the inside of Dartbolt. Gets the move.
Done, elbows out a little bit, but a good move. T. Smith in towards the final corner as well. SPY pushing him through. We're going to see a few lunges, I'm sure. T. Smith goes to the outside.
Dartbolt down the inside.
Going to try it all the way.
Hung out to dry. SPY, is he going to get all of them?
Dartbolt's going to come home. Is he going to take the win again? Rom.
Wow.
There we go.
Have to do.
Yeah, Dartbolt, and again, gets the job done. And I love the way that is the furthest away that Rom has been from a race win this evening, and it was half a tenth. So, job 2, normal service resumed.
Lost 2 races tonight, and the gap in total, if you add them together, is 72 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, well, Dartbolt has gone from, he's well and truly done the last to first challenge, and he's done it in absolute style. This is one of the best performances I've seen from Dartbolt. So, yeah, brilliant job.
When he came into GT2, he was well up there, and like he's threatened to show this form in GT1, but he just never quite showed its head. There was always a little mistake here and there, but tonight he's brought his A game.
Yeah, I'm just putting a message in the chat. So bear with me a second. I think next track up is Laguna, Pagani. I don't know if you want to speak about the dangers and the points of Laguna.
Well, turn 1 technically is a kink, but yeah, what you actually do in the turn 1 is downhill in the braking zone, which in a slightly faster car can be very difficult. However, in these it's very easy to stop. Exit tightens. If you're too wide, you do have to give the car on the outside that little bit of space, and then you come to turn 3. Turn 3 is a massive sausage curb on the apex, so I expect to see plenty of cars on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Exit at turn 4, again, you've got a massive sausage curb on the inside, which, if you get a bad run through that, it's your first major straight of the lap, so you need to get that one right. Coming out of there, you go into turn 5, which is a very difficult corner. It tightens on the exit, so you need to really go for that later apex, but again, you've got a sausage curb on the apex. Got to just clip the outer curb. Again, run up the hill without a slipstream. You probably want to hold it in third, but this is a pivotal corner. It's the penultimate corner to the corkscrew. If you get this wrong, you're slow all the way up the hill. Again, you've got a massive sausage curb on the apex, which in these cars that weigh nothing, you get sent to the moon if you clip it. So you need to just clip the little bit of red and white curb and avoid the sausage. Then you've got probably one of the most famous corners in motorsport, the corkscrew, which I think drops 3 stories in height, which is just bonkers. Again, you've got a massive sausage curb on the right, but you can use that as a brake reference. Again, you want to get to the right and brake in a straight line. If you brake while turning, you're not going to stop. You've got to clip the apex on the left, which sets you up nicely for the run down the hill, which again, coming downhill, you've got another massive sausage curb. It's a track full of sausage curbs, ladies and gents, that's all I can say.
It certainly is.
But then you've got the penultimate corner, which you think you can take flat, but again, you've got just a curve on this side, just pivots the car if you clip it just wrong, and then the last corner, probably the most difficult braking zone on the track. You think you can take a lot more speed through it than what you can, but on exit, you've just got a massive gravel trap just waiting to snare you up.
Absolutely.
It's a very difficult circuit in order to get somewhat right.
Certainly, as Zonmar has just proved to us there, the corkscrew, one of the most iconic corners in motorsport, I would say. I think that's a fair assumption, Pagani. It's certainly proves difficult to a lot. So this is a very technical circuit, as you've mentioned. A lot of guys absolutely love it around here. I know SPY is a huge fan of Laguna. He's always gone well around here. But it's very, very easy to make a mistake, like you quite rightly said, with those sausage curbs. If you touch one of those curbs, you're going to be off. And if you get stuck in that gravel, you're losing some serious, serious time. So let's hope the guys show some patience. And we are getting prepared for race number 3 of 5 this evening. Sorry about having to post that message on the live stream, chaps, but I think it was a bit needed.
What I will say is this is one of the later tracks involved in GT sport, and it does have different physics. So if you go off track, you do get sand that sticks to the tyres. So for the next couple of corners, you don't have as much grip.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't realise.
Exactly.
So
well, it's going to be.
You probably won't wear the next corner.
Exactly right. Well, we've got 15 watching now, so please keep the support coming in, keep the comments coming in, keep the likes. That would be massively appreciated. And we're ready for round number 3, and away we go. I think Bread's got away slightly better than Zom in the run down to turn 1. It's a downhill sort of left curve towards turn 1. There's an opportunity to go down the inside, but not hopefully too crazy. It's a pretty clean start.
2x2 at the moment. We've got a bit of Noah's Ark going on, which is nice. Oh, Lee switching to the inside for turn 3 on the inside of Zom.
Yeah, I mean it's always going to get a bit. It's always going to get a bit bumpy, but everybody needs to just pick the moment. So I mean the thing is, if there's not a space there, then just lift off, because with the slipstream being so strong, it's find your gaps, stick to your gaps, and pick people off one at a time. I think trying to send it into a massive group of cars is never going to go well.
Don't know what kind of start Flicks has had, but he's made it to the lead already.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at this and thinking to myself, well, I think Flicks might be able to plunger up somewhat of a lead in this race now.
Lee's got a run though. On the outside of the corkscrew.
Bread, I imagine, will concede position. Yes, he does. Zoman unsafe on the other hand, absolutely not. Yeah, and then Donzo around the outside, SPY following through as well. Like I said a minute ago, give yourself a couple of tenths of space, wait for mistakes or anything to happen in front of you, and then pick people off one at a time. Prototype Steph drifting across the track. He's in the gravel and he's round the penultimate corner. He's sunk in the gravel. That's going to put him stone dead last, and he's going to take him a while to get himself back on as well. So not the best start for Steph.
Oh, Brad is well wide at the last corner. I don't know what's happened, but he's dropped all the way down to ninth.
I mean, this is in America. He should know this track.
I'm gonna say it's his back garden, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Darkbolt makes his way through up to ninth for our two-time race winner tonight.
Yeah, Darkbolt still sitting pretty. I think he'll take his time. He'll be patient. T Smith in P5, SPY in P6. Now we have a bit of a gap on this one, Pagani. I think we might see a bit more of an actual race this time round.
I would say we've sort of groups of two going at the moment. However, the groups of two are in the slipstream range of the two cars in front. So
yeah, Lee's going to make a move on Flicks. Flicks went wide.
That's difficult up there. Yeah, Lee did the right thing and lift off. It's impossible to get two cars side by side through there.
Unsafe now. Taking a look.
You need to lift off if you're the inside car through there. Oh, thought Thunder was going to make it 3 wide.
Yeah, Unsafe just needs to show some patience. Look, he's got himself a penalty and a desperate attempt to get past Lee on lap 2 out of 10. And Donzo's...
Oh,
God.
Not really a corner that has a braking point, so yeah, he's done well to try and get down the inside. But yeah, Unsafe has already got rid of his penalty.
They've lost time to Flicks. He's 1.2 ahead. I know the slipstream's strong enough for them to be able to claw that back, but in normal circumstances, Flicks would be out of slipstream and on his way.
Oh, there's contact in a straight line between Zom and Darkbolt. Oh my word, Darkbolt did very well not to spin. Switchback has braked off the track. No. Bit of rough tactics going on further down the grid.
Certainly is. Well, got a...
oh, T Smith down the inside of both Lee and Donzo.
Oh, Bread's off. Bread's at the moment. Not enjoying the best of times here, Bread, but thought about weaving down the straight. He's not happy about something.
Yeah, there was contact in a straight line between himself and Zom.
Okay, switchback's just run wide and Zom's gone back through again. Now on the... Oh, Donzo's off and he's spinning. He's spinning quite severely.
I get the feeling that might have been that sausage curb on the inside.
Yeah, it
it's
may well have been.
The most difficult corner on the circuit nowadays.
Yeah, and he can't get the car straight either. He's conceding loads of time. He's going to be joined very quickly by Prototype Steph and Captain Chubbs. And he has been indeed. So Donzo is pretty much out of the picture in this one.
Unsafe is now leading the charge to try and chase down Flicks up front.
Flicks was driving extremely well, to be fair to him.
T Smith has made his way to P3.
Yeah, this little group at the front here, I think they're the sort of runaway train at this point. I think this one may be out of this top 6. I can't see the rest unless they have a blinding few laps. I mean, to be fair, they're all going to be battling, so they might be able to close up.
It looked like Lee was on the handbrake at turn 1. He was completely crossed up, but yeah, managed to keep it going in a straight line. Oh, Flicks is off! That gap that he had, he doesn't have anymore.
SPY followed him out there as well. Unsafe's going to go through and take the race lead. Yes, he does. But the Dead Bull Racing guys in 2nd and 3rd.
I say, you clip the gravel around here and it does like to just suck you into it.
It certainly does. Now, Unsafe defending on a very short straight, so he's aggressive tactics. Not the first time we've seen that. Flicks is gone.
Oh, did he catch it? He
just
did.
managed to save it. Yes, he does. And now Lee and T Smith going at SPY, following them through. But T Smith's now the man trying to charge down Darkbolt. He's going to pick his moments. Lee, I imagine, will make it tough.
Yeah, I think what you said is going to be true. I think out of this top 6, unless they battle like mad, don't think Darkbolt's going to make it 3 out of 3 in this one.
No. Well, it's 4.3 seconds behind. So we shall we'll have to wait and see. Zom runs a little bit wide. Switchback, if he stays with Darkbolt, he's got every chance of catching up. If you're the... right, so here's a question for you, Pagani. If you're the car in 7th and 8th, what's your tactic? Are you just working with that guy, or are you just still going to try and fight him whilst trying to catch up?
Yeah, I mean, you've got 5 laps to go. What's the point in fighting? Like, if you fight, you're going to finish 7th no matter what, or 8th.
Yeah.
That's it. That's your race done. You might as well try and work together, try and catch up, and if not, you've got the last 2 laps to fight it out.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, T. Smith has reclaimed the lead. Sorry to jump in.
That's fine.
What did you say?
There's no point wasting time, effort, battling. Might as well try and get as far away as possible.
Yep.
It's unsafe.
Absolutely agree. Yeah, T. Smith picks himself up a half-second penalty. SPY in P3.
Likes to just pick up these illegitimate penalties and just sneaks his way to championships through backhandery. However, he's had a penalty every race so far. So.
Well, so see now who's the dirtiest driver in FTRL? Now it's got to be T. Smith if we look at the facts.
I say if you go on by penalties gained, it has to be T. Smith as he's fighting his teammate through the corkscrew.
Yeah, Flicks lifts off there, lets T. Smith go through. There might be another penalty for T. Smith there.
That might be another penalty. It is indeed.
Oh, it's a 1 second one, his head's going.
That just proves our point that T. Smith cannot win a race without getting a penalty.
Yeah, dirtiest driver in FTRL.
He is indeed. Oh, I saw Zach running wide in the background. He's in the gravel. Now
was he trying to
running by himself?
Was he trying to fight Dartbolt?
I don't know. I just went wide at the last corner. I mean, it's very difficult to go wide by yourself.
Well, Dartbolt has closed the gap to 3.6.
Well, up front, SPY has made a break and managed to get past unsafe. Rom, who was a little bit adrift of these front 5, is now in this pack and fighting the Dead Bull guys.
He's going to send it T. Smith trying to get rid of his penalty, I think.
Obviously, he's usually pretty good at bleeding those penalties off, is T. Smith.
Yeah. Dartbolt is coming, but whether he's coming fast enough, I honestly don't know.
I'm not saying anything. Looking up the inside, the corkscrew. It's not really the best place to look for an overtake.
But this is what I'm saying. They just need to be patient because they're just going to lose time. It blows my mind sometimes. I'm just saying this from a generic, random point of view. If I'm a spectator and I'm watching this, I'm wondering why people are being so desperate at this stage in the race.
Unsafe look at the last corner. Like, for me, as a motorsport fan for decades, I've seen 2 overtakes at the corkscrew in my life.
Yeah.
One was Valentino Rossi sending it on Casey Stone, and the other one was Alex Zanardi sending it in the Champ Car race in the last lap. Like, it's not a place to overtake. We're 3 wide, boys. Oh,
yeah.
No.
So this is what I'm saying. Yeah. So Unsafe tried to attack SPY in the final corner. Unsafe is now 5th.
Yeah, and
is now 4th.
So, like, Lee has managed to just chill, just run his own lines, and I mean, what's the gap to Dark Ball? Dark Ball is only 1.7 seconds off Flicks, so Dark Ball is now in slipstream range. So these boys are fighting each other. They've now brought another car into that fight. What you need to do in this race is get as few people as possible in the fight for the lead.
Unsafe's going to do it again, is he?
Oh, Rom's had a wiggle.
So there's a very dramatic wiggle by Rom there for minimal contact. Let's go on board of Unsafe. What's he doing this time? Now he waits for his chance.
So this time it's Flicks and Rom side by side through the corkscrew, but when they've lost half a second to the guys in front with slipstream, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking at it differently to what these guys are. I don't know. But Dark Ball,
I mean, obviously, it's
definitely
difficult in that situation, isn't it, when you're all so close together and stuff like that. I do sympathise on that basis. But yeah, Dartbolt's now here, look. So, and Dartbolt's got three laps to get to work. It wouldn't surprise me if he now finds himself towards the front. He's been hands down the best driver tonight, Dartbolt, by a country mile.
Getting into the podium here. I mean, if Rom finishes within a tenth of him again, I don't think he'll be very happy.
No. Dartwell gets the job done up to P6. T Smith going for a switch back on his teammate. Flicks runs wide. T Smith goes through. Dartbolt's going to follow him through now. So Dartbolt's already up to 5th.
Dartbolt is on a mission.
He certainly is.
Meanwhile, SBY's just got through past late. SBY is our current leader. With at the end of this one 2 laps to go, as Flicks has dropped nearly a second off the pack. I mean, he will still be in slipstream range, but yeah, bit of a tidy lap after that switchback attempt from his teammate.
Yeah, well, SPY is leading into the corkscrew. You've got 2 laps and a couple of corners to go.
Deep. Darkbolt ran very deep at the corkscrew. Just managed to stop it before the gravel trap. Unsafe's clipped that sausage curb. It's made him dip 2 wheels in the gravel. That's it. You get gravel on your wheels and you do not stop for the next corner. So yeah, he's about to drop to the back of his back again.
Well, 2 laps to go. SPY is your race leader at the moment. Brother's Daddy, lonely race down in P13 again. Prototype Steph not having the best of luck this evening either. And then we've got Zom and Captain Chubbs on the back of Donzo in the battle for 9th. Switch back on his own. And then we've got this battle for the lead with this top 7. So it's going to be one of these guys that are going to pick up the win. And on current form, you can't pass Dartbolt, can you?
Oh no, it's Zom. Zom is round at the last corner. I do hope this form is not preceding events for tomorrow. Yeah.
See, on the other hand, I do.
What, you've got to emulate bread?
Probably. No, I'll leave that to Mike for tomorrow.
Oh, concertina effect up front.
Lee does have a 3/10 of a second penalty. It's not massive, but those 3/10 will drop him all the way back down to 7th.
I think Lee's heard that before. It's not massive. Oh, we're about to go 3 wide into the corkscrew, boys. Think about this. Rom gets the move on Darkbolt.
And they're scrapping away. Now, Rom doesn't need or doesn't want to get preoccupied by Dartbolt behind him, because otherwise T Smith, Lee and SPY will run away with this. We've got 1 lap and 1 corner to go.
Rom's clipped the gravel with 3 wide into the last corner. Unsafe's been held out to dry on the outside.
And we're away. Lap number 10 of 10.
Can this group of 4 get back on the group of 3 at the front? If not, it's going to be a 3-car battle for the win.
SPY, Lee and T Smith. Oh, SPY.
Who do you bet on when T Smith is in a battle of 3 for the race win?
Yeah.
It's very difficult to look past him. Trying to look around the outside of SPY.
It certainly is. Oh.
That's going to give Lee a run.
Ushered out slightly. Oh, Lee's at the sausage curb.
Rom's here. The Belgian wonder. Oh, T Smith's clipped the sausage.
Yeah, SPY done the same thing. And Lee's gone through to take the race lead. Rom is now there as well. Dartbolt. Is he going to challenge SPY side by side? No, he's not. But T Smith is. Oh, contact.
T Smith's the gravel. Oh. Lee's in the lead.
Going into the corkscrew, it's Lee. Oh, Dartbolt, a huge send.
Lee cut the corkscrew. I don't know if he's going to get a penalty though. He might have been pushed into it.
Oh, he's got away with it. SPY is there as well. Flicks is there. Dartbolt's there. Lee and Rom into the penultimate corner.
Lee's got to defend.
Oh, you don't want to be on the outside. You don't want to be SPY in this position. Oh, he's been pushed out. And it's going to be Lee Cole to the line.
He's got another penalty.
0.3 of a second. And Lee takes the win. Rom Elson P2 yet again. SPY P3, Flicks P4, Dartbolt P5, Unsafe P6, T Smith down in P7. Then we've got Switchback coming home in P8. Solid drive from him. Captain Chubbs in P9, Donzo P10. And then Steph just goes past Zom for P11. And then Brother's Daddy not having the best of runs this evening. Down in P13.
Rom has finished second in 3 races, and if you add all of them together, the gaps he's lost by, he's lost all 3 by less than a quarter of a second. He's a quarter of a second from 3 race wins. That is... Yeah, City Porsche is... Lee won a race, am I dreaming? Yeah, it's not often Lee wins a race. No, we haven't got Jory in the chat either.
There we go, there's your results from race number 3. 2 more to go. We have Goodwood and another race.
We have Goodwood and we have Dragon Trail Gardens.
Dragon Trail Gardens, that is the one. Make sure I save that replay, as Benfica has just scored a penalty against Arsenal, so I'm now less happy than I was 30 seconds ago.
I mean, it is Arsenal, it was to be expected. But yeah, Goodwood. I think it is probably the most hated track from anybody in the league. It doesn't suit any vehicles that have more than 6 horsepower.
Yeah, that is true.
I remember you in a practice lobby making it 4 wide, while not being on the track, being on the grass, and then not being able to stop, and then all hell breaking loose.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Well, Donzo's typing, so I'm going to guess he had some contact in that race he's not happy with.
Yeah, Goodwood's not not the finest of tracks for everybody. I mean, it should provide pretty good entertainment, I'm sure, especially that final chicane with how close everybody is.
I mean, just to show how bad Goodwood is, even Pete doesn't like it, and Pete likes everything.
Yeah, Pete's just happy all the time.
Yeah.
So,
well, forgive me, but I'm going to have a bite of chocolate. Cause
no, but you take your time, mate. You crack on. So tomorrow, obviously, we'll be doing this again with the other bunch of drivers. Same track, same point system, same everything. And then on Monday of next week, we've got the second round of Assetto Corsa Competizione, season number 4, I want to say. And that's going to be a 90-minute race at Silverstone.
I think it's a 75-minute race.
75-minute race at Silverstone. Might as well. I mean, it's going to take me 90 minutes to do 75 minutes worth. So we have that tomorrow, and then we've got another week's break of the F1, I believe. So it's just going to be Monday, Thursday, Friday, and then the following week we'll be back to 5 days a week once again, bringing you all the action all the time, as we do.
I believe the boys in the F1 chat have been sorting their car choices for the current top 10, and I think we have a wheel spin for the rest, so yeah, maybe expect a little video on that sometime soon.
Oh yes, I'm sure. There we go, Arsenal 1-0, Bukayo Saka. Wonderful play down the left from Cedric Suarez. Sorry, I'm not watching this is just a guess.
City Porsche's coming, hashtag Aaron is slow.
Yeah, well, at least hashtag Aaron can spell, so... For those that... Right, actually, because I now have the ability and the upper hand here, I can say, so we were loading up a practice session on Assetto Corsa about a week ago, and the password for the server involved the word practice. Now, City Posh was... having real difficulty getting into the lobby, and he was like, it's just not working for me, and getting all irate and everything. And then he sent me a video of him spelling the word practice, and he done the first 6 letters, and then he went to S rather than C, so he was spelling practice with an S, and still wondering why he wasn't able to get into the lobby. So I think in my position, I can quite rightly say that City Posh, do not play with fire, my friend.
City Porsche said that this is not true. However, being in the party when he was getting irate, not being able to spell practice, and seeing the video, I can confirm this to be true.
Yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I do have the video, and I can put this on every social media platform going. So it's absolutely fine by me. Right, race number 4 from Goodwood, just outside Chichester in southwest England, or South England, kind of in between. very British place. Very lovely, nice cup of tea.
Brad
Thank
is
you,
in
darling.
reverse gear.
Oh,
No, he's in first. You just change it. It's fine. Oh, I had a attack. Oh, Captain Chubbs is in third. Oh, he hasn't moved.
Zom's not had a good start either. British Daddy away. What a launch from Bread. Here he goes. Prototype Steph into P2.
Oh, Donzo's on the grass trying to overtake Zom. Yeah, definitely some aggressive lap ones I'm seeing here tonight, but
Certainly so, we're away. Lennon coming in the chat saying, imagine being Southern, or imagine being Brummy. Have you heard your accent?
I'm going to ask you a question. This is lap one. Pick a winner.
T. Smith.
Donzo's off! Donzo's in the cornfield, he's upside down nearly. He's been reset.
T. Smith I'm going for. I think, given the nature of this track and how difficult it is, I think T. Smith's the one. I think he's in a good position at the moment as well, P5.
I'm going for another one here. I'm going to say Steph. He's had a bad night so far, but I think with Brett behind him, he's got one of the cleaner drivers on the grid. So, I mean, Zach is there, so anything can happen. But
yeah,
as I know, Zach was bump drafting my good friend Mr. Blue Flag into this precise corner and said, "Oh, you've gone off." Yes, Zach, you did twat him. That was why he went off.
Oh, a couple of poor runs at the final chicane. T. Smith is flying. He's absolutely flying towards the outside of turn one. They're going to go 3 wide. T. Smith unsafe. Bread is your daddy. And Dartbolt out of nowhere. Dartbolt's drifting. Is he going to go? No, he's fine. T. Smith takes the lead. Unsafe in P2. I think if there's one person T. Smith didn't want behind him when he's running away, it's probably unsafe because he's an absolute pest.
I would say probably switchback, but that's just from personal experience. I don't hold grudges, but yeah, that championship he cost me does still linger.
Yeah. Oh, T. Smith's run wide. Somebody else is off.
In the background.
T. Smith managed to hold it though. Unsafe goes through. British Daddy challenging T. Smith. Very respectfully, might I add. He went off track to try and make it happen. SPY is coming as well. T. Smith has thrown away a race lead there. I don't see that too often.
You, and I have a question for the track. Did he have corn in Belgium? I'm not sure.
Corn?
Yes.
I don't know. I imagine so. Here we go.
Rom just went to the cornfield.
Oh, T. Smith and SPY contact.
T. Smith has previous with this corner.
He certainly does. He's just lift off. Sensibly done. Captain Chubbs. Yeah, with Dartbolt as well.
From what I heard, Lee was doing some very impressive time trial times around here with the boys, so I expect him to be quick. Whoever it is Lee, he'll probably bottle it.
Yeah, and there is also the opportunity for... I mean, other cars are always a factor, aren't they? So, British Daddy leading the way. Lap 3. 2 Team Aaron boys, 1 and 2 at the moment.
So this is looking quite good for Team Aaron, which I don't like.
Yeah, well, weirdly I do.
I mean, there's a Pagani's Ponies car on the grid, so that's all that counts.
T. Smith and unsafe, and side by side.
He's been shuffled back to P10, but he's still in slipstream range. So.
He's still there. Zonwa's a little bit further back, and then Donzo and Rom are trying to recover. I think they'll be fine. They'll be able to catch back up.
Team Aaron working as a pair. A bit of bump drafting. I mean, Brad, an American bump drafting. He's been watching his NASCAR.
Yep.
Oh, and saves on the grass.
Oh, T. Smith's off.
Oh.
Manages to hold it.
Oh, he's running it risky.
Still keeping tabs on these few at the front. Dartbolt's there as well. Unsafe. Lee Cole, Flick, switchback, Steph. They're all scrapping.
Indeed.
Donzo and Rom are choosing to run side by side and battle in the positions that they're in. They're just going to cost themselves time, believe me.
Yeah, I have been through this with Donzo before. He will race you for every position, which...
Oh, Bread's off. Bread's really, really off. He's gone mouldy, is that off?
I don't want to say too much because I've been in that grass and it cost me a race win around here. So
yeah. I mean, I can't speak from experience because I've never even come close to a race win around Goodwood.
Interestingly enough, probably one of the most famous GT moments from FTRL was Michael C managed to twat the pit entry and get stuck as he got unsighted by his teammate at the time, Carl.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, this little pack of Lee, Carl, Prototype, Steph, Switchback and Flicks are running 2x2.
Oh, contact. Oh, I said it.
Yeah, there's the catchphrase. There's the catchphrase. T Smith is leading the way. SPY is very close, as is Darkbolt, as is Unsafe. We're all pretty close at this point. Let's stay on board with the front two.
Besides Rob, this front pack has stayed more or less the same all night, with T Smith, SPY, Darkbolt and Unsafe. They've sort of been at the front in every race, which, considering it's a reverse grid, I mean, they always say cream rises to the top. Though Switchback is just making his own track. Novel idea. Doesn't always work. So SPY went side by side with T Smith. SPY's been pushed through the gap by Darkbolt, so now SPY leads and T Smith's lost 3 places in the braking zone.
It's so easily done, all Unsafe of a wiggle. Everybody missing that chicane well. Said it's very easy to not miss that chicane because I've done it several times.
Yeah, I know for a fact I'm going to headbutt that tomorrow.
Yeah,
on the ground,
I'll join you.
Background. He gets it sorted up. Avoids the chicane and goes and mows some more grass.
It was looking so good for Bread as well. He was doing really, really well for the first half of the race. But on board with your leader SPY once again. Darkbolt, they're resuming battle from race number 1.
I think what you did when you picked the calendar is you've got tracks in these cars that one mistake and it's very difficult to make your way back from. You need to be precise on these tracks tonight. Well,
this is what we tried. Well, this is what I tried to incorporate into it as well. As much as these cars are extremely easy to drive, I've kind of picked some of the most unforgiving circuits, so they do kind of go hand in hand.
I mean, T Smith has just had a car overtake him on each side. I mean, he's still fighting Unsafe. However, Unsafe does have the slipstream. Oh, there's contact in a straight line. Lee's biting into this. Lee and Steph side by side behind. Both make it through the corner though. Everyone's being smart through the chicane, which is nice to see.
Yeah, certainly are. I'm just watching Darkbolt and SPY go at it.
Well, not to jinx it too early, but the best Chubbs has run all night, so hopefully it can continue it for another 3 laps. Or is it 4 laps? We'll say 4, then we've got an extra one just in case.
We've got about 3.5 to go, yeah. Oh, T Smith is looking committed. Ooh.
Oh, Chubbs round the outside of Bolt. I say Bolt, it's Darkbolt. Oh, in the background, Switchback and Flicks. I believe Switchback's been reset the track. He has indeed.
Yeah, Flicks is not having the best of time recovering from that. Was there contact, was there, or did they both just run off?
I just saw it in the background, both of them run wide. Bread's done the same. Bread bouncing through a fence.
Well, Captain Chubbs is your new race leader.
Come on, Chubbs.
With just over 3 laps to go. Nah, man.
Completely impartial.
Don't be impartial.
Oh, Darkbolt clipped the grass. SPY's having a look. Oh, keep it calm, boys. Single file. Yeah, nicely Zom up in 8th. Go on, Zom. But, I mean, Donzo and Rom were at the back. I mean, they've gained, what, 4 places now just because of other people's mistakes?
Oh, Chubbs is round, Chubbs is round, Chubbs is round.
Oh,
Steph's with him.
Oh, no.
I don't know whether it was Steph got caught in like a concertina effect there, but yeah, Chubbs started drifting. Steph sat still. I think he's got the
I was going to say, judging by the fact that Steph is not moving, he's not in the best mood.
No, it's an unfortunate,
it's unfortunate one. Like, these sort of contacts do occur in this close racing, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's difficult when such close proximity on really unforgiving tracks such as this. It's not always yourself that is a factor. I think Chubbs may have... I saw him drifting and maybe he's just caught Steph and they've both gone off. I didn't quite see it, unfortunately, from the stream perspective. But we are coming round to start the penultimate lap in just a couple of corners' time, and there's still well and truly 6 cars well in with a chance to win this here. I think Rom has it all to do. He's quite way back, 7 seconds behind, and him and Donzo are still fighting like crazy. But Dartbolt leads the way, unsafe into the wall, and he's going to hit the pit wall as well, just for good measure. He's to the back of the pack.
Outside of Lee. Go on. Just punt Lee, it's fine. Just need to find some. Yeah, back to impartial commentary. Darkbolt has made a break up front now. However, 8 tenths is not going to be enough. Slipstream will pull T. Smith back up to the back of him. And with 2 laps to go, I imagine SBY will work with T. Smith to get back on the back, as they're here already after 1 straight. So yeah, T. Smith takes the lead.
He's got a lap and a half to hold on. See, if you look at the map of Goodwood up in the top right corner, it looks pretty straightforward, but to be honest with you, it's anything but straightforward. I think you'll agree with me in that.
It is indeed. Darkbolt has reclaimed the lead.
Yeah, see, I think T. Smith has intentionally done that, in fairness. It's very unlike him to be that forgiving in terms of people going for moves around him.
Going for P3. Go on, Zom. You just put T. Smith, that's fine. Let Lee finish the job, just spin him round and then T. Smith gets top point.
In towards the final chicane. Everyone's through cleanly again, the top 6. Driving extremely well in here. Good to see Zom up in the mix as well. We have got 1 lap to go. Final lap of the race, and it is that man Dartbolt who has been absolutely superb tonight.
I think if you had to pick a driver there, I know it's still got 1 race to go, but Dartbolt is definitely in contention for that. He's driven immaculately all night.
I think if Dartbolt manages to hold on to this race win, I think he can have the driver of the day before it's even finished, to be honest. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Dartbolt, we know, especially from the F1 side of everything as well.
Oh, T. Smith from the outside of Zom.
Not in FTRL, but Dartbolt is an extremely good driver on all platforms, and tonight he's proving just why. So,
what was it? The only thing with Dartbolt, he can be a little bit aggressive, but he's tuned that out of his game tonight and just driven immaculately.
Yeah, he really has.
Fantastic.
Best I've seen him drive since he's been in FTRL, Dartbolt.
Yeah.
So, good
T.
on
Smith
him.
on the grass trying to overtake for the race lead. I mean, he's made the move.
In towards the final couple of corners, he's got the best line, T. Smith. He's got to navigate this right-hander and then the chicane. And T. Smith...
Is it going to be clean into the last chicane?
There's a lot of pressure on this chicane. He gets the job done. He runs a little bit wide. Dartbolt's going to have a run on the race to the line. Can Dartbolt make it stick? T. Smith takes the win.
47,000.
That's the 3rd race out of 4 tonight that we have seen somebody pick up a win by less than half a tenth.
Zom up there in P6. Go on, Zom. I think Flix has had an incident at the last chicane and he's just showboating for the fans. Which is nice to see.
There we go. So
Fred throwing that car violently through the chicane, and I think Steph has probably tuned into the Arsenal game in hopes that they lose. I think that's how his night's going.
Well, T. Smith takes the win. Dartbolt comes home in P2 to continue a brilliant run of form tonight. Lee Cole in P3. SPY, another good result for him, so that's P4. Unsafe release in P5. Zom in P6. Good drive from Zom. Donzo reclaimed well, to be fair, after his earlier problems in P7. Rom in P8. Switchback 9. Chubbs in 10. Not sure who finished 11, but Bread finished in 12th. And Steph in P13. So just the one race to go. And then we are looking at the evening being complete. So just Dragon Trail Gardens to go. A bit of a longer lap for these guys in this last race.
Darkbolt messaged T. Smith after the race saying, "Are you the gardener at Goodwood?" And he did make that move on the grass, which is interesting. I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty, but yeah, T. Smith did overtake for the race lead on the grass, all four wheels.
There we go. Right, just in between races, I'm just going to quickly top up my water, so bear with me. I'll be 30 seconds max.
Cool. Upcoming, we have Dragon Trail Gardens. It's turn one, a very long left-hander with sort of a double apex, which it sort of tightens on exit, so you really need to keep your speed and not have someone down the inside of you, which is going to happen in this next race. You then have an almighty chicane for turns 2 and 3 and 4, and if you touch any of those curbs, you get sent to Narnia. So, yeah. Watch out for those. Then you've got a very long straight into a hairpin, which is probably going to be the main overtaking source. Coming out of there, you've got a long S section which tightens towards the end. It's sort of a 90 left at the end of it, but then you've got the tyre killer. You've got a triple apex right hander, which it is possible to do more than one line through there, which, yeah. If someone does go for a move, you can get the switchback on them, but then you've got a very long run down to a double 90 left, which, again, is a very good overtaking opportunity because you've got a very long straight preceding it. But you have to get your braking reference. There's a curb on the right-hand side, which works quite nicely to stop the car. However, if you use like the brake meter board, if you're in the slipstream, that doesn't work. I found that out earlier. You just head towards the wall very violently. But yeah, a few more overtaking opportunities, natural overtaking opportunities without the slipstream present themselves around this circuit. So it'll be interesting to see how they work with the slipstream, and it is possible to run side by side through most of the lap. Besides sort of the opening chicanes that have curbs on the inside, most of the rest of the lap you can run side by side. However, that does rely on you having the respect of the person alongside you, which, as we've seen, hasn't been the best tonight. But the last race was a lot better, so we'll see. I mean, hopefully Pagani's ponies can get a 1-2 and jump up that points table. I hope that now, because tomorrow it's probably going to be me inside towards the back, because we're used to doing that. This circuit, you don't really see it in daily races because people don't like it. So
yeah, true. I'm back. Hello. I have been here, by the way. I've just been letting you talk.
It's fine. I mean, Zom's currently doing the rallycross line down to the line, which is what I did mention. It is quite a long run from the last corner to the start-finish line. So might not be the worst thing to be second or third on the last lap running at the line.
Very true. Very true indeed. But we are getting ready for race number 5 of 5. So leading the way is Prototype Steph. And then we've got British Daddy in P2. And then T. Smith going to be starting last with Dartbolt. Let's see where the final points can be made.
I want to tip Steph to have a good result, but the last time I think I put a commentator's curse on him. So I'm going to leave Steph. Steph, you do your thing.
Well, if you tip Steph to have a bad result, then he might, well, you know.
I'm going to tip Zach to do well and watch him finish it.
Yeah, I'm tipping Switchback to do really well. Best he's ever done. Best he's ever done. Well, we are lights out. Away we go for the final race of the night. T. Smith's got an absolutely awful start. I feel like T. Smith wasn't watching.
You need to figure out what Brett's doing on his launches, because he's always mid turn 1 first. Oh, into these curbs at the first chicanes. These are picky Brett run deep.
Brett's had an awful run. Oh,
Concertina effect behind. I think everybody's made it out safe. However, that's allowed T. Smith to catch back up after his shocking start.
well, Flicks has taken the race lead. Prototype Steph's in second. Bread's coming down as well. Switchback looking towards the
Oh,
outside.
a 5 wide.
Oh,
Oh! Flicks and Steph, I think that was. That was interesting under brakes.
was there contact?
There was.
I didn't even see that. It just looked like Steph just went flying.
Obviously, I wouldn't think it was deliberate, but yeah, there was contact made. Oh,
Well,
boy, sorted out. You don't want to be 3 wide through here. Lee's trying to go around the outside. He's on the curb. He managed to survive.
this long triple right-hander can really catch you out.
Yeah, it's a good job Taylor Ware is not on, otherwise that front left would be screaming.
Oh, yes.
I mean, this is the first time that Switchback has been anywhere near the top 5, so he's currently second. This isn't right. Can someone just go and punt him? Mikey, can you join the lobby? Find Zach and crash him. That'd be nice. But he's making a move for the race lead, is Zach? Go on, Unsafe. You take that lead back. Go on, Unsafe. Yes. Right, Zach is not in the lead anymore. That's a thumbs up. Nice work, Unsafe.
Go on, Unsafe. I mean, unlucky for Switchback.
Oh, Unsafe has managed to break away from Switchback. He got through. Oh, someone's backwards in the background. I think it was a pony's car. It's Zom. Zom is backwards. Where is Zom? I can't even find Zom, he's that backwards. There he is. He's back on camera. I mean, a lot of that car is duct taped together. Maybe bring some more duct tape.
I've seen a lot of tyre squirrels. They're going to the hairpin. It's been quite a long stream this evening, to be fair. We've been racing for just over an hour and a half already.
Well, Darkwater has not had the best opening lap. Currently still down on 11th. Where you look at T. Smith, who had literally the worst start any human being has had at a race. He's up to 9th. So, yeah, Darkwater not with the best start. However, up front we are 3 wide.
Yeah, just watching Chubbs. I'm sort of staying on board with Chubbs and Donzo because they've got the best view of absolutely everything.
Also, they're sort of mid-park, so you can... Oh, SP5 with a late pull-out. I'm not going to say that.
Oh, Zom's in the grass again.
Wide.
Oh, Zom's in the barrier. Wedged into the barrier.
Donzo's down the inside. It's a good job Donzo ghosted, otherwise there'd have been a massive shunt as he made it 4 wide in the penultimate corner. That's just... yeah, we'll just give Zom give him a tequila or something and just let him do. It's fine.
Yeah.
3 wide for the rest lead.
I just saw a bit of somebody wiggling around a little bit. I think there might have been Flicks. They're showing a little bit of discontent towards somebody, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, I saw gravel in the background. Yeah, Red is wide at turn 1, unfortunately.
Nah.
Got him back on track though.
Donzo's taken the race lead.
Oh, Darkbolt's had a wiggle coming out with the chicanes. But he kept it going. But T. Smith's back down to 10th. So, yeah.
I think with the 1 minute sort of 45, 1 minute 50 laps, I think the guys are, especially those in this massive pack, they're just going to wait for some of them to sort of fizzle out a little bit. That would be my honest judgment of the evening, or of the race, should I say. That's certainly what I would do in that position anyway. Just try and... You don't really want to be sitting right at the front of this because you're just going to get caught up in loads of bother, I think.
I mean, personally, if I was near the front, I'd rather be at the front and run away than sort of being where Rom is. It's just spicy. Like, anything can happen and you can get caught up in front. Like, Rom's run wide and just lost 3 places. About to lose 2 more. Like, it's one of them. The field is so closely grouped together that if someone spins in front, like Chubbs had last race, you can be involved in someone else's accident without even knowing it. As Donzo makes his way to the lead once again. I believe a 3 wide down the start finish straight.
Here we are, starting up lap number 4. So we've got 6 laps to go. Or 7 laps to go, should I say. Captain Chubb's still leading the way. Like you quite rightly said, there's such a massive run down into, especially into towards turn 1, but even to the start finish line, I think whoever's leading into the final corner, unless you've got a good gap, it's not going to be beneficial.
The fast chicane with the curves on the inside. Zach went for the inside and bunny hopped the first chicane, which he managed to survive, which is always unfortunate, but no, Zach is still going. He obviously had his beans before tonight's race. As Lee sends it on Zach, he's obviously been listening to the stream. Go on, Lee. No. Zach is currently P4. Yeah, I think boys up front have sort of got this little mini group that are sort of swapping around each lap. I think we've seen Unsafe, Donzo and Chubbs all leading at random stages through each lap so far. So.
Yeah.
I think Switchback's trying to get involved in that, whereas T. Smith's now up to 7th, so he's slowly moving his way forward, up to 6th now, past SPY. Dark Bolt not enduring this one at the moment, currently 9th, but still on the back of the pack, so he cannot be discounted. And Braid is unfortunately just out the back of Slipstream range, as is Steph. Steph has probably had the worst night's racing I've ever seen. He's the unluckiest person. He's been involved in little contacts that weren't his fault tonight, as Bread has not stopped for the last corner.
Yeah.
Flicks has dropped off the back. He's lost 3 seconds. So I don't know what happened at the last corner.
Well, this little pack of 4 at the front have pulled a near on second gap. T. Smith's bringing SPY with him.
I mean, you've got to think that Lee's up for a fight now after winning that race earlier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not often Lee wins a race, so it would be like that feeling, I think.
He'll be pretty pleased. T. Smith goes purple, so he's starting to make his ways.
I think his doctor gave him some cream for that.
Yeah, oh, he's gone very deep. And Lee's going to get a switch back.
Hit switchback. I can understand why he's in your team now. Good work, SBO. Oh, T. Smith running the grass. He's up to 3rd. Donzo and Chubbs trying to make a break. I think they need like 2.5 seconds to make a break. Donzo looking up the inside. I said that mini track guy, there is more than one line through the triple apex right-hander, so yeah, you need to get the run onto the straight or you can have to be speeding through the corner.
Checking out Rom with Lee, switchbacks here as well, trying to lose his penalty. SPY dart bolt.
The inside. Oh, there's contact. Donzo went for the apex. The T. Smith was there.
Flicks is 7 seconds back. British Daddy's having a nightmare. Zom's pitted again. It's a shame to see people quitting like that if things don't go their way. I get that we all have bad races, but doesn't look the best. Oh, Rom and Chubbs are just hitting into each other for no reason down the straight. It's all getting a bit tense now. 5 laps to go. Well, just under 5 laps to go.
I say last race, and you'd expect. Oh, Donzo's wide. He's over the curb. He's bunny upped it. Who did he collect? That was Chubbs.
Captain Chubbs. Yeah, I think Donzo's bumper hit Chubbs' windscreen. I think.
That's the trouble when you run deep. Like, you've got to come back on the track safely, not 100 miles an hour over a curb. I mean, that's taking Chubbs out with that fight. He's not going to be looking for a race win now. And T. Smith was up front, has now just swiped into switchback. I believe that was jokingly, because they'll be in a party. So I wouldn't take it too literally, but yeah. Oh, Donzo's sent it on T. Smith. Oh, there's argy-bargy going on. Yeah, I believe the stewards might be involved tonight. Dark Bolt has made his way from 9th to 2nd in a lap and a half. because of all of that.
Well, yeah, so we're looking at the same old pack again, aren't we? It seems to be the theme of the evening. It really does.
Same 4 or 5 guys have been at the front all night. Oh, Darkbolt's wide.
Darkbolt is off. Like you said earlier on, and it stuck with me for the evening, the cream always seems to rise to the top, and it's so true in these events.
Like the best guys are winning the races. They're starting from the back, but they're back to the front. So, I mean, T. Smith is cutting the track to get there, hence why the penalty. He says he's wide at the first corner as T. Smith. I can sense the frustration. He's not going to be happy. But currently, I'd say we're down to 8 for the race win now. I think anywhere behind that, the gap is too big. So it's probably the smallest group we've had of the night for the race win. Saying that, everybody's 4 wide into the hairpin. Well, Lee has made his way to the front. Rom and Darkbolt, who've been together basically all night, side by side once again.
Yeah, SPY looking... SPY's really done well tonight. I think he's kind of kept himself out of trouble as much as possible, and he's found himself towards the front. He's certainly a candidate for one of the best drivers this evening, but I don't think anybody can take it away from Darkbolt.
If you're looking for the championship this season, SPY's night's sort of the one you want. Just been out of trouble, just drove around, kept out of the battles, just picked them off when people made mistakes, and just been there or thereabouts all night. I mean, really, Darkbolt had this target on his back, winning all these races, and he's still managing to do the job. Like,
he really is.
It's not often
pushing the front runners down.
That I praise of the drivers, because I think they're just doing what they do. But Darkbolt has had a fantastic night.
Yeah,
there's no two ways about it.
Well, let's face it, we don't have to give drivers a lot of praise a lot of time because we've got so many good ones. But sometimes when somebody really, really performs as well as Darkbolt has this evening, it should certainly not go unnoticed. He's been absolutely excellent in pretty much every single race. I think anybody will struggle to do better than what he's done tonight, especially tomorrow as well.
What was it? When we've had what? It's a couple different ones, isn't it? I expect all 5 races to be won by a different person tomorrow. Like,
yeah,
I can't call anybody to say this person's going to probably win a couple of races. It's just not going to happen.
So who has won tonight? So Darkbolt's won 2, is he? Lee won 1, and T. Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't see anybody out the grid tomorrow winning 2 races. I think. I'd say everybody has a chance of winning.
Yeah.
Like, there's no 2 ways about it. Oh, Donzo's running a little wide. That's allowed T. Smith back through.
Well, they're coming around in the final couple of corners. I've just been distracted by an absolute lie in the chat with Lennon just saying, "I'll win." Lennon, that means you've got to drive every single lap of the race to be able to do that.
Lennon, that means you're going to turn up to every race first.
And then don't just text in after something hasn't gone your way and go, "Oh, internet." Right, Rom's going to take us over the line at the end of lap 8 to start lap number 9. So we have 2 laps to go of what's been a pretty entertaining but rather argy-bargy evening.
Trying to go around the outside of Rom.
I think our prediction earlier on, Pagani, of this being the more aggressive one out of the 2, it seems to, I imagine, come to fruition.
Yeah. Switchback has made his way to the back of this park, which is always nice to see. I mean, Darkbolt has found a little bit pace. He was looking lacklustre towards the start of this race, but yeah, Donzo with a late manoeuvre in the brakes to go up the inside of his teammate. I mean, there's using the track and then there's using the bit that isn't the track, but okay, I think it's given by the game. I'll go with it. Yeah, 4 wide, boys. think about what you're doing rather than making it 4 wide. That's probably not the answer. I mean, Unsafe and Rom vying for the lead. Donzo's now made a break from the rest of the pack up to 3rd.
Don't forget those two are teammates as well, Rom and Unsafe.
They are, but I mean, you want to work with your teammate, but I think it's still too early in the season to...
Oh, I think more just for team points, I'm thinking. You've got Lee and Donzo as well, who are running in the good point scoring positions. And Rom has lost himself out a couple of positions in one corner there as they come around to start lap number 10 of 10. Final lap of the race.
Donzo's making his break. He's going for that race lead into turn 1. Lee's pushing him through. When you mention teammates, they work together through turn 1. 3 wide behind, coming up to a set of curbs. That's not going to work, boys.
It certainly isn't. Unsafe's he's had to chop across.
All I can say is I'm pleased I'm not in this group.
Yeah, I mean this is how many drivers we've got? 8 drivers here, all in search of a race win. T. Smith going for a big send into the hairpin.
He is indeed. Oh, Unsafe sideways. Dark bolts on the grass. Oh, SBY's found his way to the back. This group, can he do anything in these last few corners? Up front, Lee and Donzo still working together. It looks unlikely that anybody's going to be able to get past both of them. However, what can Rom do? He's been Mr. Second Place tonight. He's got 3 second places out of 4 races. Yeah. You've got a good run on Lee. However, Lee's pushing Donzo. He's going to have to be in the brakes if he can do anything. Lee's going to the outside of his teammate.
Needs to be an incredible amount of patience here on the run down to the line. Donzo is your current race leader, but is he going to stay that way? Rom to the line.
No!
Oh.
That's putting someone in the race. That's putting someone in the wall. Personally, I think Rom should have won that.
Okay, well that puts an end to the race the race evening. Sorry, that's okay, cool. Right, if everybody can please remember to like the stream, that would be really appreciative. That's really taken the edge out of it for me. That's just annoyed me. Right, anyway, please come and do tune in tomorrow. We promise it'll be a little bit cleaner than what we've seen this evening. But we've seen some brilliant racing. For me, driver of the evening, driver of the day has to be Dartbolt. He's been utterly superb. To be fair to Rom as well, Rom's gone unnoticed as well. He's finished in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever it's been every race.
Rom's finished 2nd 4 times, I think, tonight. So
yeah, absolutely. He's been absolutely brilliant.
Rom 2nd, and I'd say SBY has to be up there as well. He's tried to lead that line valiantly for Team Aaron tonight.
Yeah. Absolutely, but we will call that an end to the stream this evening. Please remember to come and follow us tomorrow. Check out ACC on Monday. Like I said, no more F1 next week, and I'm sure you'll hear me on comms next week. It's becoming a bit of a theme again for some reason, so unfortunately for you lot, you're going to have to keep hearing my voice, and I'm sure whenever me and Pagani have a night where we're racing together, we shall commentate on the other one. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Thank you to Pagani, as always, for coming in and helping us out, and we will see you next time.